Welcome back to the world of wooden ships and iron men. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Napoleon Total War. Okay, let's see, these guys, they're going to sail over here and attack them.
Prizes for the taking.
Okay, that's a warship, so we will battle it. Yeah, it looks like as good a formation as any. And the wind's coming sort of at us from the front. Okay.
Selecting 2 or more ships, then clicking on this button will group them together. Creating groups allows you to issue orders to many ships simultaneously during a battle, and to more easily select the same ships again at any time.
Oh, stop this. Okay, more sail, more sail. The idea is if we can pass alongside of it, each one firing in broadsides in turn. He has the weather gauge. Weather gauge basically means he's upwind. You guys just got gonna wear around that way. Upload it. You reduce sail. You increase sail. Get out of the way. Victory. Oh, we can end battle. We're gonna take them out anyways, I believe.
The oceans are ours.
Okay, they lost theirs. We didn't lose any.
Shipshape and Bristol fashion, Captain. Orders received and Come about!
There we go.
Ship's orders, Captain. Yes, my lord. Weigh anchor!
Pick up this army soon here. Should be fairly well healed up by the time I get there.
Ship's orders,
That
Captain.
one Highlander unit may not be so much, but the rest should be. Okay, well. Yeah, what are we researching? Okay, 3 more days, or turns. We'll get the Grand Battery. We've got lots of money. What do we need to upgrade? Nothing beyond that, at least. Not yet. Ready. Yeah, we'll do that. Deal with troublesome Ireland. No, no, there we go. You don't want to trade technologies. Okay, well.
Fleet ready.
Don't worry, Spain. You don't have to worry about me destroying your fleet right now.
Yes, Captain.
Or your single ship. We give you permission to sail the seas. Wow, that was fast.
Awaiting further orders.
Okay. Good enough. Get aboard.
Underway. Transport.
Your Majesty?
You can go to
Men! Forward!
there. Now. Here's our spy. 2 fairly big armies there.
I await your command.
Aye, aye, sir. Come about. Any orders? Ship's orders, Captain. Ship's
Make
orders.
cap.
There we go. Bit dangerous, but we'll do it. See if they move on my army. spotted. Assassination attempt. Oh, we've lost.
Yes. Prepare for battle. Rats in a cage.
I'm gonna let the computer handle this. Mostly because I don't like dealing with sieges, and it looks like it's going to be straightforward taking them out.
Virtue and valor unconquered. Prepare for battle.
Oh, we could give it new protectorate in this region loyal to your nation whilst diplomatic relations is strong. Yeah, we'll liberate this. Setting up the that's all looks the royalists, okay.
Awaiting further orders.
Okay. The nation arises.
Sir!
Principles, okay, well.
Sir, your orders? Orders received and
We'll
understood.
get on ship.
Sir, your orders, your majesty. Forwards!
What
March!
do you require? My watchword is discretion. Orders. Secrecy, my watchword. Seeking cover.
Okay. Well, we're going to sort of let them go for a while. See how much the royalists do, how well the royalists do out there. The Vendée was where the main royalist support, though Brittany was rather royalist. Yes.
Ready! Under sail! Orders, Captain! Ready and waiting.
Down here
Prepare for battle!
in this port. There we go. Yeah, you're gonna kick us out. Good for you.
Sail for home!
Okay. And we have small arms factory in Birmingham, England, a magistrate in Corsica, and a trading port in Corsica. Good. Means we'll be getting better support out of Corsica. Healed up, okay, good.
More orders? More orders? Fleet ready. Weigh anchor. Still shipshape. Yes, my lord. Underway. Ship's orders. Sir.
Okay, these two guys should come together
Aye, aye, Captain.
down here.
Where to, Captain? Ship's orders.
And yeah, they're gonna take it back eventually here. Oh, they're actually gonna maybe kick me out first.
Reverse course.
No, I didn't even go after them. Maybe they're not at war. No, thank you. I was waiting. Something that
Aye, aye, sir.
a notification that my turn or the turn was over or something. Okay. My army here.
By the left. March.
You guys march back.
Waiting for orders.
Because you're the fencibles, that's what you're supposed to be. Fencing.
Your orders, Your Majesty. Aye, sir. Weigh anchor. Yes, ship's orders, Captain. Clear away and make ready. Aye,
20 is current. What is spices? Coffee. Let's head out here, see if we can. Or the Russians already have this or something.
Aye, aye, Captain.
No.
Yes, Captain. Ship's orders.
Okay, it's now 640 bringing in for us. Good. Now let's come over here and we're gonna recruit an Indiaman. Takes a few turns and we'll recruit another, well, just a merchantman over here. I've been sort of thinking with this army, if we move too close to Paris, they're going to come and get us again. Or not again, but come get us. But if we come up here, maybe it'll be far away from any.
Lordship. Your eyes and ears.
Destination ahoy!
Any large armies. As I was talking about before, Napoleon developed the continental system, it was called, and basically it was a enforced embargo against Britain was the concept for it, and that is actually why they invaded Portugal. It wasn't hungry for Portuguese territory or for another victory even. It was Portugal had been a long trading partner with Britain, long-time trading partner, and they basically, you know, and it's not just that Britain was able to trade with Portugal, it was Britain's trading with Portugal, and then Portugal over land could trade through Spain and onward. So that's why they invaded Portugal, to enforce the continental system. Now Helgoland is an island off of here. I know there are a lot of Germans watch this, but Britain should have taken it back after World War II. It had often been in British hands. They gave it back. I forget exactly when, to sort of like, oh yeah, we don't really need to keep this, and you know the Germans want it, you know. But see, it's an island. Islands belong to Britain. You don't realize that all islands belong to Britain. And that, you know, I'm joking in, but that's the idea there. Now, during this time period, the population skyrocketed. Yeah, there was some spies coming and going, but it was a hotbed of smugglers. And I think even Britain at times convoyed in ships up to Helgoland to offload into warehouses there, then to sell to smugglers who would smuggle not necessarily so much illicit goods, you know, drugs, other illegal things, just getting around the continental system. So, say when Spain, or whether under the Bourbons or under for a while under, you know, Napoleon's brother, was trading with its own colonies, Cuba, South America. Those goods could come to Spain and then into, you know, Europe. We're seeing some here, things like coffee. What else? What is it? Sugar, definitely coming from Spain or from Portugal. Tea, they wouldn't care that much about. Ivory, I don't think ivory was that big of a thing. It was a thing, yeah, but so that stuff was coming from there, from Latin America, when it could get there through Spain, and that was fine. Well, Britain also had, as well as took over French and Spanish islands in the Caribbean that were sugar islands and other products, and want to bring it back through England, and then from England, because they also had trading laws too. You couldn't bring stuff. It was illegal to bring goods, say sugar, from the Caribbean islands and sell it to America. You had to bring the sugar to England, and then from England it could be sold to America. It's mercantilism came about before capitalism, but so they had their own laws too. But so the idea is, this is not, you know, it isn't bad stuff that they're just bringing in. It's just stuff that keeps Britain alive, and so they were doing that. And also people were coming out. Particularly of note were a lot of Germans who were could be anti-Napoleonic or pro their rightful leaders from places like Hesse Castle, Hanover, that these units were constantly recruiting covertly in and around particularly this area, but Germany generally, and they would get the recruits up and then out to Helgoland, and then from there to Britain to form the King's German Legion and there's other German units that were fighting against Napoleon. So they were doing a lot of that kind of stuff as well. So we're going to sort of come up and somewhat simulate that. Okay. We've got a fair amount of money. $12,000. We don't have that. But we could do that, and that means we have. Okay, well, okay, carcass shot. So, steamship, interchangeable parts. Limited liability company allows construct trading company. Mines. Building some court of appeals right here to expand down in there. Well, well, turn, 6 turns, 6 turns. That's going to be ready in 5 turns. Carcass shot, experimental howitzer. Okay, we'll stick with carcass shot. We're doing okay for money right now. More wealth generated by mines is good, and we'll maybe do that, but okay, I'm curious what's going on down here. Big army there.
Yes, my lord.
Let's sail over here.
Ship's orders. Ready. All away.
Your Majesty.
Ship's orders, Captain. Ready for battle.
We can damage this market or whatever commercial center.
We came, we saw, we conquered. Lord, weigh anchor. Sir.
Okay, good.
Make ready. Set sail. Jump to it and look lively.
Yeah, they look fairly vulnerable at the moment. Good. And while there are
Aye, aye, sir. Come about.
being distracted down there, let's get nosy and land them here.
Ship's
Oh, there's
orders,
a French
Captain.
force here. Okay, well. Fine.
Set sail. Any
Harvesting
orders?
supplies.
Come on out and party if you want.
secrecy is assured. Hiding away.
And I don't know if you understand how much this time period, particularly Winston Churchill, because trust me, Churchill was a historian. He wrote a bunch of histories, including histories of the English-speaking people, as well as as well as his ancestor, the Duke of Marlborough. Churchill was his last name. He knew history, and this time period greatly influenced Churchill and how he saw World War II. He was under no illusion that Britain was going to march into Berlin. But he saw it, and the Royal Navy saw this, especially once France had fallen. Because before France falls, you sort of kind of have the Chamberlain kind of model of containment before the war starts. Once the war, Poland is France is counterbalancing Germany and is able to, threaten a two-front war. Now, of course, they'd already taken Czechoslovakia out of the equation, and the Poles sent an embassy at the time to Britain and to France, saying that they would go to war if Britain and France were to go to war alongside Czechoslovakia. There may have been a different outcome at the Munich conference, but Poland wanted its little slice of Czechoslovakia too, so it's a bit culpable in what happens there. So I'm sort of kind of thinking in those terms that's what sort of Chamberlain was thinking. World War One, World War One, of course, was Britain, France, and Russia containing Germany. Now he's thinking, okay, well, Poland looks big on the map. Poland may have a reasonably good sized army, as in numbers of men, but obviously it's not a very sustainable situation. I even question about the ability of, let's just say that there was a geographical feature that was defendable in Poland, and it was only going to be attacked from one side. The Soviets weren't going to come in. I don't know, a river, a mountain line, whatever. I don't even know if Poland could have made ammunition enough to sustain the rifles and machine guns and artillery that it had for any significant duration. Yeah, I don't know, a 3-month war combination, because they did have armaments manufacturers and they did have ammunition manufacturers. I know they did. I'm questioning just is how big, how strong, how effective they were. You go back into the port just to mess with them, so that they send an army this way instead of coming after me. So that's what I'm questioning with them is how sustainable is their army for a long duration. But that's Chamberlain. And then, of course, after Poland's gone, well, it's still France and Britain kind of thing. Once Britain is gone, Chamberlain and everybody else realizes that this model isn't going to work. Now, this is another reason, I don't know if you've seen Darkest Hour movie, it's a bit dramatized kind of thing in there, but its core essence is true. I don't know specific dialogue. I've heard a very different account of how Churchill becomes prime minister, in that Chamberlain, Halifax, and Churchill are in the room, and knowing that, and it's just the three of them, and knowing that Chamberlain's going to step down, and one of those two men were going to become party leader. And he sort of asks, well, you know, who do I recommend to the king? And Churchill sort of turns his back and looks out the window. Basically, he's not going to say, me, 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 me. And he's definitely not going to say, oh, well, I would support Halifax. So he just basically shuts up. Waits for the other two to speak. Sees what they're going to say. And Halifax basically speaks, and that basically sets up that Chamberlain will be the next prime minister. So it's a little different. My understanding of history is a little different than the way that came about. But you sort of get the idea that for multiple reasons, and I know I've talked in the Hearts of Iron 4 series about Halifax, not just willing to, as you see in that movie, I don't know how much, that the whole keep the negotiation open element was continuing. But Halifax is the one that was, you know, a guest of Goering's at Goering's house. Seemed to pal around with Goering a lot. You know, not just, you know, it's one thing to go and do the Munich conference. You know, you're sitting in the room with these guys. You know, it's okay. I guess a good example would be Trump goes to have a meeting with Kim Jong-un of Korea, whether it's at the DMZ, that house where they just, the Peace House or whatever it's called, right on the DMZ there, that the two prime ministers just met at, or some other country or wherever it is, they go there and they have a meeting. It's another thing for Trump to go hang out and spend a couple of nights at one of Kim Jong-un's, Kim Il-sung, Kim Jong-un, whatever, Kim Jong-un's house while he's staying there, and they stay there together. That's an entirely different situation, entirely different. You know, and it's not even like the idea of, if he has a bunch of palatial houses, turning one over to Trump and let, you know, the Secret Service come in and take over and kick out all the North Koreans and, you know, secure it. Or something like that for a state visit. No, we're talking, he was staying, you know, at Goering's house. So you have people that were, you know, not secret or crypto Nazis or anything like that, but they just were thinking that Hitler and whatever was much more of an acceptable option. So you get this kind of thing going on with that. Okay, well, we have that a little bit. Maybe it's a problem. We'll see. And so you have things like that. But Churchill, so he sees the Napoleonic period. He sees and knows it well. And he's been twice now First Lord of the Admiralty. He's, you know, I can sing his praises, and there's some black moments with Churchill too, but he was in World War I as a frontline soldier, not a private, but in combat in World War I. Now he's also in combat much earlier in India, and then later in Omdurman in Sudan, and then later as a war correspondent, but is captured by the Boers and has a whole big journey after he escapes, getting back to British territory, and, you know, in the Boer War. So he's been, you know, in the 19th century, he's been at least 3 particularly major wars in the 19th century as a soldier. So he's a soldier. He's read military and history and all this stuff. So he sees this time period of Britain going, hey, okay, you over on the continent, whether it's Napoleon or Hitler, we don't accept your existence. And we're going to use the Royal Navy to keep you from getting at us. Now, we might not be able to get you, but this could be a 20-year war. So this whole time period is critical into understanding British, particularly Churchill's thinking in World War II. Are they at peace with France? They may be, technically. Yep, kick me out. But I got an army over there and then back to there. Okay, what do we have here? Building constructed, London, England. Okay, National Gallery, good. Headed to our new nation, Romania. Arises, okay. They look like they're all internally. They're in inland. Nation destroyed, Poland. I presume it's the ancillary, a banker to one of our ministers. Okay. So.
Ship shape and Bristol fashion, Captain. Ship's orders received. Ship's orders, Captain.
Concentrate our forces here.
More orders. Ship shape and Bristol fashion, Captain. Douse the decks! Yes, sir.
Now, where's our spy? There he is.
Your Majesty,
See what he can tell me.
watching your enemies.
Do I try to come this way? And they're a bigger army. Looks like in that one.
Your desire. Your eyes and ears. Watching.
Okay, I don't like where I am because I want to move. A bit more freedom movement, so I don't want to be in between these two armies, so we're going to come over here.
Underway.
Take a little while longer, but we're going to go that way. Diplomacy, minor nations. Okay, Brittany. Okay, we're trading with France, okay. Don't think they can trade with us. Their port is a naval port, not a trading port. Should have destroyed that first and then seen about raising a new nation there.
Withdraw! Withdraw!
Navy, come on. You guys can head down. Here. You guys. Over here.
Jump to it and look lively. Awaiting further orders. Ready for action.
Well, that's pretty good.
Awaiting further orders.
Oh, did I not move that right? Okay, well, whatever.
Your Majesty. Changing position.
Wow, they've got even a bigger general there, or higher ranking general with a bigger army.
Awaiting further orders.
Where to, Captain? On our way, Captain. Harvesting supplies. Sir, your orders? By the left. March! Awaiting further orders. Forward! March! Ready and waiting for orders. Line for battle! Rats in a cage.
Yeah, well,
Victory!
hmm. We'll just peacefully occupy it.
Ready and awaiting orders.
Come up here to the bridge.
Troops, forward! Awaiting
There we
further
go.
orders.
Yeah, we're gonna put in a trading fort.
Ready for action. Sir!
Okay, well, you know, again, we're gonna.
Yes, my lord.
I don't know why they just don't put somebody in here.
Prepare for action, you scurvy dogs!
Last time they just sent in one guy.
Withdraw!
Oh, now they're coming in to kick us out of up there. Been a while.
Withdraw!
Ah, here they come. We get to have a battle. We're wondering what to do if we didn't want to Okay. Well, they're showing up as more. And they've got the same number of units, but they've got some bigger units compared to our riflemen. But we're gonna see if we can use these riflemen and such to deal a serious blow to them. Well, let's not hang about in the right in front of the trees so that the enemy can move through the trees and then shoot at them, and I really don't know that I want to. Again, putting the artillery in the Grand Battery right here in the center on a bit of a rise. Lumber. On lumber. Further forward. Here we go.
Orders! Medium cannon! Battery reporting! Orders!
There we go, that's pretty good. Okay. Now, okay. Foot guards, come here. You secure this. One. German Legion. Up a little bit, maybe. Right there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, we're just protect this flank. But okay, that's pretty good. It's not that I'm afraid to face them. I want them to come to me across that killing zone. Sound back on if we want. Oh, let's pause this for a moment. Okay, you guys are not firing. Well, I don't want you firing it. Through my rifleman. We don't want you firing through my artilleryman. There we go. They're in the open. Get down here, look at the terrain. That could have been. That would be a good spot. Let's be sort of. Wellington would want to put his troops there. Behind the hill. This flank? Hold it. Pause. Okay, well. Okay, slow forward. Out of the woods. Hit them. You come up this way.
Our men are running, sir.
Who's running? Oh, a horse. Pause. You guys go over to canister. Over to canister. Over to canister. And to canister. That's the whole purpose of you guys. Let them shoot just a little bit more. You guys fall back to here. Keep on to them. That will let you continue there a little bit longer. Angle yourself around like this, guys. Pause again. Or it will. get in there with melee. Same with you. You are Highlanders, so you get in there and do it.
The entire unit is dead, sir.
Uh-oh, light artillery. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I left it a little too late. Go in, Nosy. Charge.
Sir! Sir! Our general is under attack!
Okay, Nosy, you've done your job. They've broken. Get out of there. Just take these guys down. You guys go after those artillery pieces with your rifles. It's an excellent thing for you guys with rifles to do. Get out of this and come over here. Yes, I like to micromanage.
Ready, sir. Yes, sir. Infantry elite. Sir.
Yeah, our artillery's had it really hard.
Skirmishers. Orders. Moving out. Come on. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Orders. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Right away, sir. Sir.
They're lumbering up, so they won't be able to shoot at you as you charge them.
Dragoons awaiting orders, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Skirmishers. Skirmishers. Skirmishers! Yes, sir. Infantry reporting. Close to range. Ready, sir. Yes, sir. Skirmishers! Open fire! Orders! Orders!
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
Orders! Skirmishers! Right away!
Heroic victory.
Virtue and valor unconquered.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna see if we can get on board ship.
Give ground.
Nope. Damn.
Make camp.
Okay. Well, another battle. They've got more units now, damn. Okay. Wellington. Let's see if we can follow your battle plan instead of Napoleon's. Well, not necessarily exactly Napoleon, that last one, but on Limber. Okay, good. Okay, good. We don't want to forget Nosy. Okay, there we go. Go down like that. Come up here. There we go. We're gonna come right to there. Okay. Start battle. Low. I don't know why you guys are coming around like. I guess I put you way out there. More than I meant to. Guys, come back to these woods. Oh no, you guys are supposed to stay up there. Oh, no, no. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it.
Right away, sir.
Line infantry!
Ready away, sir. Orders. Forward orders.
General staff.
Forward orders.
Infantry.
Back up a little bit.
Line infantry!
Line companies. Ready.
Moving out! Come on!
Line ready, sir.
Sick of this.
Line ready,
Right.
sir.
Following orders. Line infantry! Sir! General staff report. Infantry reporting.
We need to be a little further forward.
Sir!
Be a little more up there.
Following orders. Yes, sir!
There we go. That's a little better.
Orders. Infantry reporting. Following orders. Following orders. General staff, sir. Medium cannon. Cannon ready, sir. Cannon ready, sir. Yes, sir.
Line ready, sir.
Yeah, kill that BB unit.
Infantry.
You fire at those guys. You change that back column.
9-pounder ready.
The idea is that most of our troops are behind this hill. At least it's not perfect, but they're behind the hill. Hard to shoot at. We can shoot. They're in column form, which is standard Napoleonic tactic, but very few of them, if it's anything like reality, can actually shoot. And all that artillery that Napoleon likes to use isn't that effective. Hopefully,
Artillery reporting.
oh, we have these guys here. I didn't realize. They're paying wrong attention.
Yes, sir.
Pause. Okay. Oh, these guys went way too far forward. Okay. Well, run back here. Good. You're gonna die, but oh well. I made it. Well, I targeted you on somebody and you kept following. I just meant for you to shoot while you were there, while they were nearby.
Our men are running, sir.
Well, good, run. So of course I messed up that one. Rifles unit, oh well. Time? Yeah, let's go to canister. And canister. That's slow. Okay, you guys come back to these woods. Oh shit, you're firing in the wrong place. Fire these guys. You fire these guys. Yeah, I'm sacrificing my artillery. And of course, historically, really, once they get too close, the men just sort of left the guns and ran away. Now you move up. 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 You fall back with what's left of you. Uh-oh.
Our men are running, sir.
You guys go back to solid shot. And the same with you guys. Solid shot. You do somebody. Your command influence down there. No, no. You keep shooting. You is what I want to have. Into there.
glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
Orders! Line companies, ready? Orders! Line ready, sir.
Alright, we'll end battle. That was, well, heroic victory, but still painful to watch for me.
Virtue
Ah.
and valor unconquered.
Okay, well. Yeah, that little side unit completely gone. And they march away. Okay, well, we're going to end the episode here. I want to thank everyone for watching. I want to thank you for liking the videos. That does help the channel. And, of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Love to see you around more often. And post questions, comments, suggestions, tips, corrections. Love hearing from you. See you next time for more historical gaming.